We are moving. It's moving day. I was living in New York, he was living in California. We got engaged after 4.5 months of meeting each other. You need to get rid of things in order to make space for new things, but you also need a good energy. This is where your words of wisdom come in.
Please, do not feel the need to test my patience. That's how you know you're on the right path.
I'll show you like little snippets here and there, but we'll see. Bear with me. Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to this week's vlog. It is a crisp 47 degrees in Miami today. We got the cold front, I think, coming from New York, because I saw New York yesterday it was snowing and everybody was posting the snow. And it's only going to last a day. Tomorrow it's going to be chilly. It's going to be like in the high 50s, low 60s, but today is like a perfect day. I wish we had this weather for at least like 2-3 weeks so I can get my fall fix. Since we don't have a real winter, at least I can feel like it's fall, you know? It is going to be a very busy week because we are moving. I did not vlog all weekend because I was actually quite literally packing. So I wanted to explain to you guys a little bit because I started vlogging. I took my camera while I was packing yesterday, and then I was like, you know what, I'm like not making sense because I was putting away the boxes and tape and whatever. So I want to explain to you. Also, I'm still recovering from my cold. It's like we can't seem to shake it off. Liam still has mucus, and Liam was the first one who was sick like 3 weeks ago, almost. And Estelle still has mucus, and it's just like we cannot shake it off. We're all taking vitamins. We're doing all the things. The kids are using the nebulizer and like doing all the breathing, and it's just like, leave, you know, won't leave. Anyway, so for anybody who's watching me who is a new subscriber, thank you for following. I appreciate it. I moved, so Aloni and I met 5 years ago. And I was living in New York City for about 13 and a half years. And Aloni was living in California, in Newport Beach to be exact. And I was born in Ukraine, but I moved to the United States when I was 2 years old. And then I grew up in Miami. I was here until I was 18. And then I was like, peace, I'm leaving, because I wanted to go to Parsons so bad. I went there for college. And I graduated with my bachelor's in fashion design. And I was like, I'm gonna live the New York dream. I'm never looking back. I actually didn't even tell my parents. I got a full ride to FIDM in California, and I got accepted to Pratt, but I never applied to any of the other schools that I told my parents I was applying to because I only wanted to go to Parsons, and I did early decision, and that is exactly where I went because that was like my dream school. And partially was because I was obsessed with Sex and the City, and I don't even know why my mom used to let me watch Sex and the City, but I feel like most Eastern European like immigrant parents let you like listen and watch to whatever. Like back in the day, I feel like it's different than the kind of parents we are now, because now we like know and we monitor. But like back then I was watching like Cops when I was little and watching Baywatch. Like my mom didn't, I don't know, it was just different. I was listening to like Eminem and Lil Wayne and like rapping to their music when I was in like 5th grade. Like my mom had no idea like what I was singing, what I was doing. So anyway, long story short, I went to college. I wonder if that's my husband. No. Anyway, long story short, I went to college in New York. I lived in the dorm for the first year. Then I moved out of the dorm because it was mandatory. And then I had a studio apartment on 52nd and 8th. And then after that, sorry guys, I kept thinking it was my husband. And after that, I lived in Financial District for 1 year, not even a full year actually, because it was our apartment that belonged to a friend of ours that we were renting. Then I lived in Brooklyn and Brighton Beach for like 4 months because the family that I was renting the apartment from in the Financial District, she came back early, and I ended up going to Brooklyn for like 3-4 months because our friends had an apartment there. My mom was like looking for an apartment because my parents used to come all the time to New York, especially when I was living there. And my mom was like, you know what, I think we want to buy an apartment because we want to be able to have a place to stay and not have to always worry about hotels. And the price of hotels are so expensive that you can end up like putting that in a mortgage, you know what I mean? And plus, like, putting money into rent all the time. And every time you had to move in New York City, it's extremely expensive. So my mom found an apartment for me. I was living on the Upper East Side on 62nd and 2nd. And I lived there for over 10 years. I want to say 11 years in that apartment. No, 10 years in that apartment. And it was an amazing apartment. I loved it at the time. I remember when I moved in, it's like it was such a luxury, because living in New York is so different than living in Miami or even California, because you have all these luxuries already included, probably in other states too. I'm just talking about the states that I know. And I remember when I moved into my apartment, it was a 2-bedroom apartment, 2 baths, central AC, in-unit washer and dryer. I had a dishwasher, and I remember I was like, oh my God, I'm like, this is like luxury. Even though like I grew up in Miami and like a, you know, in an atmosphere where you have a parking garage, you have like amenities, you have things, you know, like, but in New York I was like, damn. And I remember I felt so like, wow, I was like, I really understood my privilege then, and I was like, this is amazing, because I remember like when my friends would come over, they would like remind me like how sick it was. And I remember I used to let my friends come and do their laundry all the time. It was just like, it was a time, you know. I think the 2016 nostalgia has been making me feel very nostalgic, because it was an amazing time in New York City. But anyway, besides the point. So Aloni and I met. I was living in New York. He was living in California. We got engaged after 4.5 months of meeting each other. And Aloni ended up he sold his house in Cali, because I was like, I'm not going to live in California. It's just not for me. Like, I was like, it's too far for me. And it's just, I want to be here. I want to be like closer to my family. I want to also stay in New York. Like, I didn't think I was going to leave New York. And he was like, you know what, whatever, like, it's fine. It was easier for him to move his job and move his life to come be with me and accommodate me. So we lived in New York for a year, and after a year, Aloni's like, listen, I love you, but New York is just like not the place for us to live, especially because I already got pregnant. This was after a wedding. I got pregnant. I was around 4.5, 5 months pregnant with Liam. We ended up moving to Miami, and when we moved to Miami, we moved into the building where we live now, and it was an apartment that was already furnished. It was a rental that was furnished. I think a lot of people think I own the apartment, but we don't. And we thought we were going to live here for a year, and then we were going to like move somewhere else. And the reason why we got an apartment that was furnished was because I didn't take the furniture that was in New York, because we weren't sure if we were going to come back. My mom ended up selling the apartment last May. She ended up selling, not last May, the May before. So when Liam was 1, my first Mother's Day with Liam, she ended up selling the apartment because we all went there together. If you guys have been following me since then, you remember that trip we took Liam to New York. But the person who bought the apartment bought like all the furniture and stuff, which is fine. I didn't want the furniture anyway. But we ended up getting a furnished apartment because we weren't sure if we were gonna like Miami. I wasn't sure if Aloni was gonna like Miami. I didn't want to come to Miami. It was his idea, because he's just like, we're gonna have a kid. It's gonna be so much easier. You have your family around. It's warm. And now that we live here, it's amazing, because it's true. We travel a lot for work. We have our family support. Like, anytime if like I'm not feeling well or something's happening, like my parents can help me. This person helps me. I'm like, Mom, can you pick up Liam today from school? She's like, no problem. She can jet over from her office, pick him up. Like, I have so many hands on deck, and it's just like, I feel so grateful that I even have that, because I know a lot of people don't. And I'm not even talking about like nannies, all those things. I'm just talking about like the fundamental help from your family. You know what I mean? That a lot of people don't have, and it's just such a luxury. It's a huge luxury. So living in Miami is the better choice. But at the time, it didn't feel that way, because I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna move to Miami? My life is in New York for the last, 13 and a half years, and it's my adulthood. This is like where I became an adult. This is where I've, had heartbreaks and fallen in love, and where I had my first jobs, and I've had like scary moments, good moments, my peaks, my pits. Like, I've evolved as a person. I've evolved, in so many different ways that it was just like, whoa, like, I'm really like leaving my life behind here. It's the best thing I've ever done, because we moved to Miami. We have such an amazing life here. My husband and I, we ended up staying in this apartment. I feel like I'm going all over the place. We ended up staying in this apartment for 3 years, because we started, after a year of living here, we decided we love it here, and we started looking for a home. And the home search was very long, because the housing market in Miami is extremely expensive. The apartments are not as expensive per square foot as homes are, and finding the right home, finding a home in a gated community, finding like, near like a school that you like, near this, like near my family, like there's just so many different things, like flood zones, like things that you have to think about. The community that we started looking at first, we were like, we're gonna live here, we want to live here, we loved the area, we loved everything about it. And then like during hurricane season, we started like going over there, things were getting flooded, and like people who are selling your houses are not going to tell you these things. They're like, no, don't worry, it doesn't really get flooded here. we were like driving by, we're like, holy shit, that like the water's like going into the garages. We're like, okay, this is like X'd out, you know? Then we tried another community, then this one, then that one, until we found what we really loved. And it takes time, you know, you should never jump at something just because the price is right, or because you fall in love with it right away. You really need to, like, it's like dating, you really have to do your research. And it took us time. So while we've been in this apartment, the apartment has served us so much. We had 2 beautiful kids there. Aloni and I had such a beautiful life in this apartment. We've had so many good memories. Only good things have happened in this apartment. You know, we started new businesses, new ventures, and whoever's going to come into this apartment is coming into an apartment that has really good energy. And I'm really excited for them to take on this energy that we have had in this apartment because it was so good. But what's going to be happening with the move basically is we're moving at the end of this week. I'm going to give you, because I know this is like running over 10 minutes. We are moving at the end of this week, and I'm basically moving all of our clothes, all of the kitchen stuff, like all of our stuff, except furniture. Furniture is not ours. So we're moving everything on Friday to the new house. At the new house, I have cleaning people, organizers, but they're people that like I've known for years. They're people that have worked for my parents, people that worked for me, for my friends. Like, I just gathered a group of people, and we're gonna unpack everything, organize everything, and start the organization process up until the following Friday. So the kids are not gonna come into the house until the end of the month, and we're gonna stay in this apartment because I'm not taking any of the bedding. I'm not taking like any of the bed sheets, pillows, things like that. I ordered all new. Plus, I read, I don't know if this is true, but I read that pillowcases, pillows, towels, duvet inserts all harbor a lot of bacteria, and you're supposed to change your actual pillows and your duvet inserts every year, which is really expensive if you think about it, and towels too. Again, it depends also like what you buy, but it's pricey regardless, right? Because you have to do like a lot if you have a lot of kids, if you have a lot of pillows, whatever it is. And we're going to throw everything out because I brought a lot of stuff from New York, and Aloni brought a lot of stuff from California, and we've had them for years, you know? So I was like, you know what, we're going to this house with new energy. Everything needs to be clean, good, and new. So we're getting rid of all that stuff. But what's really good about having an apartment that's furnished is we're able to, you have like the luxury and the benefit of staying in the apartment with the kids until the end of the month, until everything is done and clean there at the house. So it's gonna be perfect. The kids are literally gonna come with us into the house. We're all gonna have our first night there at the end of the month. But until then, we're just going to be organizing, cleaning. So I have been doing all of my packing. I hired a moving company that offered a service for them to come pack me. But the thing is that I want to go through every single thing. Like, I was going through all the kids' clothes. I've been going through all of my stuff. There's so many things that are small, that are ripped, that are this. So we made like piles. We made like donation piles, things that I'm giving to my friends. Like yesterday, like one of my friends picked up some stuff. Like I made bags for my mom, for some of her friends. Like, so everything has a purpose, and we're like organizing everything. But it's just really important because I don't want someone to come in and pack my house for me to have to like deal with this stuff later when we move in. I want to already move in with a clear conscience, knowing that I like went through every single thing. I want to make sure that every single Tupperware has a lid. I want to make sure every pot has a lid. I want to make sure that like every knife, everything that I'm bringing is like good and ready to go. I don't want to bring like, it's not junk, but things that we're not using. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't want to clutter the house. I want to get rid of things. And I'm also a firm believer that you need to get rid of things in order to make space for new things, but you also need a good energy cleanse. And so this is like a good way of cleaning. I know a lot of people don't have the luxury to replace most things, and I'm fully aware of that. I'm just telling you like what I'm doing, and I'm trying to be sensitive as possible, but I want to share with you like how I'm doing everything and what the process is like for me. So I've been really packing all weekend and going through all of my stuff. But I think a lot of the thing is that people have asked me like how I get things done. And for me, it's about outsourcing for help. And it doesn't have to be help where you're actually paying somebody. It could be a friend or a family member who is willing to help you in any way possible. So delegation and organization is like a very big thing for me. And I think once I have like all my ducks in a row and I organize people and whatever, then everything works and I'm able to get things done. I'm able to focus on my kids for work and do all that stuff. But I'll give you an example. So for example, we're gonna move like all of Liam's stuff, all his clothes. I'm gonna have, you know, I have cleaners in the house now cleaning. They started cleaning because we have things that are gonna be delivered all week and all next week. But Liam's clothes, for example, is going to be like unpacked. Everything has to be ironed. Everything has to be hung. I'm obsessed with one thing, you guys. I need to tell you, I'm like OCD about ironing. All my bed sheets have to be ironed. All the clothes has to be ironed. All the kids' clothes has to be ironed. Estelle's onesies have to be ironed, and everything. Her burp cloths. Like, I'm a weirdo in that sense. This is like my thing. You know, everybody has their thing. I'm like a freak when it comes to everything being ironed. It's just, I can't get it out of my head. This is who I am. Like, sorry, okay? I know, no one's perfect. Anyway, but so yeah, so this is what I'm doing. I just wanted to tell you guys, this is like 14 minutes of me talking, but I feel like I wanted to just catch you up because I know I have a lot of new subscribers, and I just wanted to give you a little story in the back end to like where we started, where we are, where we're going, how things are going to be done, because a few of you asked me how I'm packing, what's the process going to be like. So like I said, I'm packing myself, going through all my stuff, and then when we get to the house, I'm going to delegate and organize everyone and show everyone like where everything's gonna go. We're gonna organize, unpack, and it's just gonna take like a week of work. We're gonna have a work of us unpacking and getting them organized. And yeah, it's exciting. It's a journey. I just dropped off Liam to school, to preschool. I keep saying school, and then everyone's like, oh, he's in school. He's in preschool. He's 2.5 years old. And I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to hang out with Estelle for a few hours, feed her, but I also want to, in between, because she's going to go for a nap soon, I'm going to feed her, and then I'm going to put her down for a nap. I'm going to pack a little bit, and today's a half day. I forgot today is a holiday, and he has early dismissal, so that's that. I'm probably going to cook dinner. I told you guys I'm on mission to clear out my freezer, my pantry. It's going very well. The freezer is going very well. And I encourage you guys to do that too, because it forces you to come up with good meals. So let's go. Also my outfit. If you guys are here since before I was pregnant with Liam, I got this jacket at Hermes actually with my husband in Milan after our wedding. It's a denim jacket that has like this beautiful cashmere lining inside. It's like the blankets that they make, and then here it's a fur collar that's detachable, which I love. I have it on an Eve's polo, and I have my Eve's black like trousers on that I have. They're on pre-order on Revolve, and I don't know when they're going to ship because I ordered another pair because I'm obsessed with them and I need them in my life. They're like the Royal Gala pant, except they're $150 or $25. They're still pricey, but they're not $1,200 or whatever the Gala pants are. I refuse to buy the Royal Gala pants. It's ridiculous. So anyway, let's go. I'm tired of talking. This is the current situation. These are the wardrobe boxes. I already packed all these up. This is what it looks like inside. They come, you set it up basically, and then you put the bar in between these little dents and cutouts that they made here, and then you can just hang all of your clothes, which makes it easier just to like pack it and then take it out. I have some more wardrobe here. I have some piles going there of things that I'm going to send out. And my closet looks so bare. Crazy town. Crazy town. Just like things that need to be packed up. I have my rolling rack here. I have some more boxes here. This is like what's going into my storage of things that I love and I don't want to get rid of, that I want to save for my daughter, but I just don't want to wear it now, like in the next year. So I'm going to put it in storage. And then these 3 bags are things that I am giving away to some family and friends. And we have more wardrobe boxes here. Aloni only packed like 2 boxes of shoes. That's all he did. But to be fair, Aloni's like really fast. He's not like me. He goes through his stuff all the time, gets rid of things, but I just needed to like look through everything. There's a lot of stuff that I have. I'm going to pick up Liam now from school. I took out some ground beef and hot dogs from the freezer. I think I'm going to make meatballs, and then when he gets home from school, I'm going to make him some hot dogs with whatever else he wants. Maybe I'll give him like a little salad or something, and then he's going to take a nap. And yeah, but I think we're going to stop at the grocery store because I need to get some produce. I need to get berries and stuff like that and some yogurt because we ran out. I'm not buying like freezer stuff unless I need it once we finish everything that we have. If I need more, if we're still here and I need more, then I'll get it. But in the meantime, yeah, let's go. My head is in like 3,000 directions. Mia's going to come in a bit and help me. Also, we're going to like pack up my makeup, my skincare, all that stuff. So this is why, by the way, I never film in the closet, because look at the lighting, just so bad in here. And also, like, I don't film in the apartment when I do outfit videos because I don't know if you guys can see, the light is blue because there's a blue film on the windows here. Champagne problems, but you know, can't wait for soft light. Another reason also why I'm going through all of my stuff and getting rid of it is because the building where we live in has recycling, and I can break down all my boxes and throw everything out without having to like worry about it when we're in the house. I just got in the car. I'm on my way to pick up Liam. Taking my monster chips with me as a snack. I realized I didn't eat anything at all. I barely had any water. I love these. This flavor is the blue. So good. I have a code for the monster chips. I think it's still active. If it is, I'll link it for you guys below if you want. They're bomb. If you like beef tallow and you don't mind like a tallow taste at the end, they're amazing. I'm organizing and putting things away, and I'm packing all of these like bralettes that I have and all of these like Skims bodysuits, which I was just telling Mia because she's over here helping me pack. But I have all these like Skim bodysuits, like I was saying, the chokehold it had on me. But look at these. Look at this Prada bralette. This is like a more recent era. This had its moment when Aloni and I just met. I think like 5 years ago. This Dior bralette, like this, with a white tank top, I thought I ate. Okay, like 8 down. Then this was like the second generation of the Dior bralettes, and they started making them in different colors. You guys remember that? So good. I have to keep these because I feel like they're gonna come back. And if they don't, Estelle one day is gonna have vintage bralettes. Oh my god! And this, Mia, do you remember the Celine bralettes? I think I bought this one actually with Aloni when we just met. This.
Oh, yeah.
I bought this when Aloni and I just met in Las Vegas. We went together to Vegas. I actually went on a work trip and he joined me. It's so funny. What's this one? This is another Skims bodysuit. So good. What an era. I'm working on organizing some of the hair stuff, throwing things out that I don't need and just having it organized like this so that way before I move in that things are already in their places. And then I'm doing the same thing with the brushes, putting them all in here. Everything's stackable. Also, I'm going to show you guys I got a new case from Velvet Caviar. It's like a leopard, and then I put a black octo buddy on it. And I got a new octo buddy to put on my light. This is, by the way, the light that I use for recording. And it's from a brand called Vid Pro from Amazon. I'll link it for you guys below, but this is what I do. And it comes with the battery here. Hold on, let me show you. Okay, so the battery attaches, and I put a sticky octo buddy on here. So that way, when I need to record, I just stick it like this onto the mirror. Like that. And it stays. We're on the way to the house. Aloni's been at the house all day, but he wants to go see. What light are we looking at?
I wanted to see some of the outside lighting that they put in.
Yeah, at night he wants to see how it looks, and I also want to see like some of the progress in the house. I was packing all day, so I was like manhandling that. And Aloni was solving the never-ending problems that are arising. Just know, you guys, nothing's perfect, so it's okay. It is what it is. But like one of the examples is we had a delivery today of a couple of furniture pieces, and one of the things came damaged, so it had to be sent back.
There's
our headboard for our bed that was custom came wrong, so now we have to find a solution tomorrow. If not, we're gonna have to have it remade and then just use this one temporarily, which wouldn't be a big deal if it was a regular headboard, but it like makes the whole, it's like a part of the whole backsplash of our primary bedroom. What else? We have to replace 2 of the pieces of wood.
They're replacing that one door. Just where the cane was broken and Estelle's.
Yeah.
They're sending a whole new door.
As they should. And one of the 2 pieces of wood in the living room where we have the herringbone, 2 of them have like a hole in them because I think from like construction. So it's gonna be a never-ending punch list of things that has to be done, but like we're trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, and our base to our table today, that was like the icing on the cake.
Oh, there's been
the base to our not our dining table, to our breakfast table was delivered today, except they delivered a dresser that's not ours and not our base.
And now we have no base for it.
Now we have no base for the tabletop that we got made.
and our dining table was delayed.
And yeah,
And the planter at the front of the house was leaking through.
So we might not have a place to eat because not our dining table or our kitchen table will be ready because everything we had made, those pieces we had made. So we might just get a fold out table and eat. That's okay.
Oh,
you know what, Aloni? I think this is where your words of wisdom come in. Patience, Papa. Aloni has patience tattooed on his body.
This is what it is. You know, and I asked God in the morning, I ask him, please, do not feel the need to test my patience. Do not. Bless me with infinite patience so that I no longer need to be tested. But, of course, when I ask, what does he do? Tests.
He tests you hard.
He tests me very hard. But it's okay. You know why? Because that's how you know you're on the right path. Because before any big breakthrough is always a big test.
Yeah.
That's how it is. If you ask for things, you have to be ready, and God's going to test you. If you say, I want to be wealthy, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a billionaire, I want to have a successful company, he's going to test you. Say, oh, okay, you do? Let me send you a couple of emails that are going to rock your world and see how you react, right? Let me get you some alarming news and see how you're going to react. If you're going to react great, and he's going to say, oh, maybe he is ready. He's going to give you more and more and more. But if you're going to fail that test,
you're not on that path.
You have the answer already for yourself. The vessel is not prepared for the light that you're asking for. So, and that goes for me. And that it's constant work, but that's also part of my tikkun. Why do you think I'm more involved in this remodel than you are? Because it's not so much for a tikkun for you as it is for me.
Path.
It's meaning something that I need to work on.
Yeah.
Is, patience and understanding that things don't they don't happen on my schedule. They happen on God's timing, not on my timing. And you have to learn to just accept things, and you have to learn to make decisions on the fly and adapt, and then not
roll with the punches.
Have your heels dug into the ground, and say, no, this is how it works.
I think also one thing to remember, speaking of patience, is that it's very easy in moments of like when you're supposed to be completed, and let's say something comes, like our headboard came today, and it's just not, it's still really beautiful, but it's not the way that we want it to be, and nobody would know except us. Well, this is something that you paid for. It should be the way that you want it to be. And I feel like a lot of people, a handful of people, could be like, you know what, whatever, let's just leave it as it is, because whatever, we already want to move in, we already want to be done, blah 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 blah. Like, don't settle.
You can't compromise.
That's like another thing. Don't compromise, especially if it's something that you paid for, especially if it's something you wanted. Don't settle, don't compromise. In a moment of, not panic, but in the moment of like pressure where
being over it.
Yeah,
so,
we're being over
it.
Because later you're gonna get really upset, and later you're gonna regret it. You're gonna be like, damn, why did I fold? That's I think a really, really important thing.
I think there's certain areas where you have to kind of say, you know what, this is fine, and there's some areas where you gotta say no.
But like the big things like this where you spend a lot of money, you shouldn't. So, I also talked about on the vlog last week how you and I shine in different ways on this project. So you handled all like the big things, the construction aspect of it. You're like the GC.
I mean, I'm no GC, but
I think like our taste, but like my taste and style and vision, is gonna shine. I'm really excited. I'm very excited. So, do you think we'll be able to have
very eventful.
Do you think we'll be able to have a Shabbat dinner next Friday?
No.
No?
How?
We don't have a table. If we have a table, we can. But yeah.
I mean,
By the grace of God.
A lot of things need to happen. A lot. I don't know. I really don't. I'm very skeptical, to be honest with you. We need to get the hood installed, then we need to have them to come back and install the stove, and the stovetop's not even installed.
Right.
And then,
Okay, so we can order takeout, Uber Eats.
I don't know.
Ooh, I wonder if we're gonna have like new Uber options. I didn't even look at that. I'm excited about that, actually. Good morning, you guys. Sorry, this angle's a little strange. It is the day before we move. We're moving tomorrow. I have a million boxes everywhere. I have boxes here. I have boxes everywhere. It's like an obstacle course. I'll show you in a second. Aloni dropped off Liam at preschool. I'm having my coffee. Got myself a little bit ready. Just have on concealer here and around my nose. And I have my current updated skincare routine, which I can share with you. But essentially the plan for the day is that I have some help that's going to come soon and help me take some boxes. And we're going to take some of the boxes to the house. Even though the house is not ready, hopefully it'll be ready more or less like 80% by end of next week. We had a cleaning crew come the day before, and they came yesterday, and they're coming in today. And some of the places like the drawers and some of the closets are already like clean, ready to go. So we're going to take some boxes over that I have in storage, like a lot of things, and a few boxes from here. We're going to take it so they can start unpacking, and then tomorrow we're going to do the big move where we're going to move all the boxes. So that's kind of like the plan of action for the day. It's going to be crazy. I also have to finish packing. I'm so tired. I was helping Aloni pack up his closet last night. We ended up going to Houston's to have a bite. We want to have like a burger. And then we came back and kept packing more after the kids like went to sleep because we were just like exhausted, and we needed to pal through because we're like, we have no other option. So we just had to pack even though we were exhausted. But anyway, that's that. I'm also not sure if I told you guys, but remember how I was obsessed with the Medicube pads in the blue one? I still like them a lot. But because I was so obsessed with them, I thought that I was going to love the red pads. So I bought the red pads and they broke me out. I had literally cystic acne and I just had like dermatitis all over my face. So the thing that I'm using now, so the thing that I'm using now to help me heal, which is something that I used to use all the time, but I stopped using it because I was pregnant with Estelle. Even though they have a formula that you can use while you're pregnant, I don't like it. It just doesn't really work for me. Sorry. Hi, you can let them up. Thank you. And it doesn't really work for me, so I went back to it. This is something I was using for a long time. If you guys have been following me on here since my Instagram days, before TikTok, before being an influencer, when I was just posting the things that I liked, pre-Aloni days, I used to use this one. It's Lotion P50. It's the best. It's one of the best. It's like a cult favorite. I first discovered this when I was in Cannes, actually, with my mom, like many moons ago. It is a exfoliating, purifying lotion. If you try it for the first time, you might have a purging effect. You might break out for like a week or two, but then after, your skin looks amazing. But I was using it for a few weeks and it just healed everything. You guys remember, if you guys look back on like 3-4 vlogs ago, I had so much acne and breakout, and I'm on my cycle now, and this is really coming through because I have nothing. My skin's glistening. The second thing that I started using again is the Cream Pig 400. It is a brightening and correcting face cream, which gives me this glow that you guys see. I use a little, like a pea size of this, and I mix it with this. It's the In Beauty Project Extreme Cream. It's my favorite moisturizer. If you like Augustinus Bader, this is amazing because it's literally the same thing but a quarter of the price. I mix it together, I put it on, and it gives me this glow. And then I just have some concealer. That's literally it. I have been focusing more on my pigmentation because now that I'm 6 months postpartum, I feel like I'm starting to see some of it disappear. But also at night, I've been using my Blank Peony from Chantecaille. Where's the serum? Anyway, Blank Peony. It's amazing. Anyway, I have to go, you guys. So let's get this day started. We loaded up the car. And we're going to go to the house, drop the things off, and then we're going to go to the storage unit and pick up the other things. And some of the stuff that I have in the storage unit is like some of my clothes, things like that. But I also, the priority is getting all of the boxes of the new pots, the pans, organizing bins. I have like a 24-piece caraway set for the pantry, which is like organizing food storage bins, stuff like that needs to be washed and cleaned. I don't want to do it on the day of the move because you have to unpack the boxes and then like you have to like wash all that stuff. It's not good to do it all at the same time because it becomes too messy, too tedious. There's like too many things everywhere. So I want to get that done first, and then tomorrow we're going to start unpacking, and we're going to unpack through the weekend, and things are still going to be installed, and there's a lot of work that still needs to be done, you guys. We have like all of our cabinetry in the kitchen, and we have all the cabinetry in the pantry, but we just don't have the doors. The physical doors are coming next week because they're coming from Portugal. And yeah, that's gonna be a little bit annoying. But the kids' closets are done, so we have all of Liam's clothes. We brought the boxes with us, so we're gonna have to unpack everything, iron all his clothes, hang everything up, organize everything. So we're just trying to get ahead of the mess. Yesterday we did a really big Costco run, so we bought all the cleaning supplies, but I also ordered a lot of stuff like buckets and mops and what do you call them, vacuums. That was already all ordered last week, so I already have it at the house. But we did a huge Costco run, so we bought like water, paper towel, trash bags, cleaning supplies, like laundry detergents, like everything that you can possibly need for cleaning, organization. Then I also bought just like some snacks and things for anyone who's working in the house, and water, so everyone has. So yeah, we did that. We also looked at a refrigerator at Costco yesterday, except I thought, okay, that when you go to Costco and you choose a fridge, you can just have it delivered to you, but they're like, no, you can't. You have to put it in your car. I was like, well, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna fit in our car. So we ended up getting a fridge yesterday for the garage from Whirlpool. We found one that plugs in that doesn't need water because I just need it for like backup stuff. And I think it was around like $5.50. And we found one from Whirlpool, so they're gonna deliver it next week. And then we have to get a barbecue so that we can start barbecuing once we move in, because I'm like itching to do that the most. One of the furniture deliveries is here. It's a Lulu and Georgia couch. So pretty. I love the color. I have been packing what feels like all day. It is 9:49. Aloni got home literally 30 minutes ago because he was at the house all day. There's just problem after problem after problem after problem. The movers are coming tomorrow morning. I have boxes everywhere. Look. See, I wrote everything out. Everything's here. They're going to come tomorrow and wrap all the paintings and everything, but it's a crazy town. There's so many boxes everywhere. Look at that. Insane. But I can't believe that tomorrow's the day. It's going to feel like the day next week because we're not going to be sleeping at the house yet. Maybe we'll sleep there like a few nights, but tomorrow's like the big move, you know? Like moving all the stuff, setting everything up. It's going to be a lot. We're not going to probably unpack a lot of the stuff, especially if not our wardrobe, until the end of next week, just because there's like a lot of dust and stuff. But yeah, I'm very excited, you guys. Very excited. I can't believe it. I can't believe like how many things have happened this past school year. So many changes, but I'm happy and excited to be moving into the new house in the new year, the first month of the new year. So very exciting. Are you excited, babe? Lonnie's so tired. He can't even think. He's like, can't even think.
Yeah.
He's doing his night
I'm
shave.
not a man of many words at the moment.
No. Let's be honest. You lost your cool today.
Yes, I did.
Okay. The man of patience lost his cool today, but it's okay.
The man of patience. I preach what I need to work on the most myself.
Yeah.
And that's patience.
Yep. That's why you said you're a never-ending tikkun.
Part of my tikkun is this remodel.
Yeah.
That's why it's happening to me, and I'm aware. But yeah, it's just, you know, God continues to test. Sometimes I pass, sometimes I fail, like all of us.
Yeah.
Today I failed, but it's okay.
You're still winner in my book.
A failure, that's what it is. Has nothing.
It's all relative.
Has nothing to do with winning or losing.
No, it doesn't. What I do want to tell you guys is, if you have the option to build.
No, what I was saying is that
Hold on.
remodeling is a lot more work than
building
building brand new from the ground up. Not that that doesn't have its challenges. It does. They all have their their own challenges, but remodeling is
because you already have to fix what's there,
right.
and you can uncover problems like mold, leaks, whatever. I don't know, roofing issues. But when you build from scratch, it's easier to customize your home, but it's also easier to avoid expensive, unforeseen issues.
But listen, anytime you're in construction, you're gonna have unforeseen, surprises. That's just the nature of the game. It's like a puzzle where the puzzle pieces never fit perfectly together.
Sorry, we're like intruding on your on your shaving.
No, it's okay. So yeah, it was definitely a challenging day, and it just was everything, And the house was just clean, and it was raining, and you have no idea how many people were there this morning.
I was there with you. You forgot? I dropped off Liam and came.
Yeah, but you were like in the room. You weren't like in the mix.
I was in the mix. I was in the mix. I was in the mix, and I was in the mix, and I texted the group chat in our community, and then I was outside making sure that they weren't blocking the street.
Yeah, so it was eventful, and there's just one issue after the other, one challenge after the other.
But it's getting close to being in there, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
So.
Thank God.
Thank God.
I'll be very happy when we're in and everything is done. And, God willing, there's no issues.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to wash my face. And tomorrow is the big day. The big day. See how we're covered in boxes. Anyway, see you in the morning. I just got to the storage unit. We're clearing everything out. And it's actually a storage unit that belongs to my parents. So we have to get everything out of here today because there's a lot of stuff here that belongs to the other apartment that I told you guys about. So we're going to take everything out. I literally forgot how much stuff is in here. It's giving me anxiety. Look at that. This is the mattress that belongs to those people. All their plants. All their things. These are some of our stuff with the kids. Oh my God, you guys, look at this. This traveled with me all the way from New York. This is the Virgil Abloh IKEA collab carpet. So funny because there's like so many memories of stuff here that belongs to me and to Aloni. Like stuff from New York. Crazy. Crazy town. Crazy town. Anyway, let's get this day on the road. The truck is loaded. We are off now to the apartment. It's crazy how much stuff we have in there that just needs to be tossed. That you forget about, That's why it's called a storage unit, because you put things away that you're never going to use again. And you think you're going to use it, but you don't. I have some stuff in the back that I took for Estelle. It was like Liam's jumper. He had like 3 different jumpers. We're going to see like a jumping gym or whatever it's called, the kids gym. I'm going to see which jumping gym is going to be suitable for him, and then for her. And the other ones I'm going to give away to Salvation Army. Okay, it's all the boxes. Well, this is just the ones that are in the living room. Look at that. Crazy. Just the mattress? Yeah, and then the other mattress. Yeah, put a sticker.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Where do you want the nightstand?
Things are very empty.
We just got to the house. We're gonna unload everything. There's actually not that much stuff to unload because it's just boxes, there's no furniture, but hopefully we can get through this. And how long do you think we're gonna get through this, man?
2.5 hours?
2.5 hours? I think it's gonna be an hour and a half.
Okay.
I said I think we're gonna get everything unloaded in like an hour and a half. Are you ready?
From your mouth to God's ears.
Unpacking's gonna be different, but unloading, we'll get it done.
Yeah, loading's not that hard.
Yeah.
How long did it take to load everything up?
We started
A long
at
time.
9:30, no, 9:15. We started at the storage unit, and what time is it now?
It's 2:44.
2:44. They just got here. Yeah, so we're unloading. Took time.
Took you guys like 5 hours.
Yeah, we bought them some pizza, so they're having a little pizza break, and then do this. I just left the house. I'm very tired and I'm feeling a lot of emotions. I'm just actually like getting emotional because I was just thinking about today and how grateful I am that I'm able to move into a new home with my kids and with my husband, and how I'm grateful that I have family here, and I'm grateful that I have help, and I'm grateful that I'm able to outsource and afford outsourcing help. And it's a big privilege to have that, because with 2 small kids, it's so hard. There's so many nerves, you know, and just like buying this house and, you know, doing the renovation, it's been a lot. It's cost a lot of money. It's been a lot of stress, and finally being able to feel the goodness and to move in and all the things, you know. And then I was sitting today in the apartment and I was just thinking about how much good times and how many good memories, and how the apartment that we have been in for the last 3 years, just how much has happened, you know, from us both moving. And that was like the first place that Aloni and I had together, and we had both our kids there. We started businesses there. Like, there's just so many good memories. And I think I talked about this in my last vlog, that whoever is taking over our apartment is going to have only good and positive energy. You know, sometimes we end up taking on some of the energy that is in the home unless you like cleanse it and do all the right things, but not everyone does that, right? But whoever's going to be living in that apartment is going to feel, I hope, not is, but I hope they're going to feel all the good energy and all the good emotions, because Aloni and I also have a really good, you know, calm household. Like, you know, Aloni and I, thank God, we don't fight, we don't argue. We just have, you know, if we have an indifference of opinion or a difference of opinion, we have discussions. But Aloni and I are really good at communicating, and, you know, it's just, there's good vibes, you know, there's the souls of the children, there's, you know, love and just warmth. There's just so many good things. And I was just sitting there thinking today, reflecting, like, as the movers were taking out the boxes, I was like, wow, it was just like this. It's a beginning of a new incredible chapter and a new journey that is very unknown, but I know it's going to be great. And it's going to be now like the home where, like, you know, we continue to nurture our family, continue to grow our family. But I did get sad about leaving the apartment. But yeah, it's been a lot. I was feeling stressed and I was feeling overwhelmed, and I was just hoping that, you know, we can have all the moving parts done. And today we were able to unpack all of Aloni's closet. We were able to unpack my closet. We're not able to put away, like, unpack a lot of other things, because, like I said, we're waiting for doors from Portugal to arrive for the kitchen, so we can't, like, organize the kitchen. We're waiting for the panels. Like, there's just a lot of things. But again, I'm very grateful that I'm able to stay in the apartment until the end of next week, so it gives us some time to, like, organize and get all of our ducks in a row. And the kids are going to come at the end of next week, but we still won't have a lot of things, you know, but it is what it is. But just, you know, doing all the laundry, washing all the new bedding, like all the organizing, just unpacking, it's just like a lot of the tedious stuff. At least the kids won't be there, they're not going to be in the way, and it's not going to bother them, you know. Because I was just thinking, I was like, damn, if I had to, like, sleep there today, right? And with all the workers that are coming next weekend, tomorrow, and everyone working, like, how's this dog going to take a nap? Like, Liam's just going to be in everyone's way, and Liam's going to get frustrated because he can't play, and, like, you know, it's just all the things that I thought about. And I was like, wow, I'm very grateful and I'm very privileged that I'm able to move the way that I am. So I was trying to remind myself today, like, when I was, like, stressed and annoyed about certain things, I was like, it could be much more difficult, you know. So just be easy. So anyway, I ordered Indian food. I was craving butter chicken and like naan, and I don't know, just in the mood for Indian, so we're gonna have Indian food today. My parents said they wanted us to come over for dinner, but honestly, I want to be with the kids. I want to hang out. I want to eat and just like shower and then go lay in my own bed, you know? And I want to finish watching Landman. We're still in the first season, Aloni and I. And also, like, it's so weird, by the way, guys. Anytime I cry or like I tear, my nose gets stuffed. Does that happen to anyone else? It happens when I cry, and it also happens when I drink alcohol, specifically wine. I think I'm allergic to sulfur. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm gonna get some of Aloni's thoughts later when he gets home. He's still at the house because we still have the guys finishing up some LEDs and installing the box for the banquet cabinet, the dining room cabinet. So I don't even know if I'm going to show you guys the house like fully yet, not even in the next week's vlog, only because there's so much that's not done, and I'll show you like little snippets here and there, but we'll see. Bear with me. I'll share as much as I could with you because I want to, you know, I want to make sure the space is together, but the space won't be finished. There's a lot of spaces in the house that won't be finished until, I want to say, like beginning of March, because our chandelier for our dining room doesn't come. It's not a chandelier, call it a chandelier, but it's like really cool chandelier for our dining room. It's not going to come until end of February, and neither is our couch for the dining room. It's not coming until end of February because it's custom for the space. It's not custom for us, but it's custom for the space. So when you buy this couch, you have to give them the measurements that you need. What else? I'm trying to think. And then I just have to like do some finishing things. You know, I have to get some more art for certain rooms. I have to get a nightstand for Liam, and I have to get a nightstand for the guest room, and I have to get a floor lamp for the guest room. Yeah, I have like random like stuff here and there, so the spaces won't be fully finished, but we're getting somewhere.